These scary videos were captured by police officers while on duty, leaving viewers stunned. In this video, we'll be looking at 10 scary moments caught on police dashcam. This video shows a crazy moment caught on police dashcam. A police car is patrolling the streets when they get a call to chase a vehicle. They notice the car is right ahead of them and start chasing it onto the highway. Moments later, the car in front of them stops as the policeman asks the driver to step outside of his car. The officer asks the guy what's in the trunk.
Open the left door with your left hand! Keep those hands up in the air! Hands away from you! You ready for the rest of the car? Yes. Yes? Where? Where in the car? Stop the truck! Get out of the truck! Get out of the truck! Go to the back seat now!
Upon receiving no answer, the policeman opened the trunk to find the remains of a person. He later pleaded not guilty to murder, but the jury found him the culprit and he was imprisoned. This was extremely chilling and sad. This video shows a weird and scary accident caught on police dashcam. As a police car is parked over a signal, an aircraft comes into view. Soon, we can see the aircraft descending on the police cars. Luckily, it avoids the cars, but just a few meters ahead, its wings get caught in a tree, crashing down on the side of the road. The police moved there quickly and noticed that the four-seater aircraft had an engine failure, which forced the pilot to crash land on the road. Thankfully, all 4 passengers were saved and no one on the road got hurt either. One lucky escape for sure. This dashcam shows a policeman getting into an accident out of nowhere. The officer is driving in his car on a snowy day when suddenly he sees a bunch of cars lined up on the road. The icy road makes sure that his car brakes fail, and he slides forward to collide with all the cars that are already there. Upon striking the pile of cars, more cars from behind hit the police officer.
Hey officer, are you okay? A little sore, but I'm a little sore, but I gotta try and get a hold of my supervisor at least. I'm kind of trapped right now. How's your legs and everything? They're all right. I'm kind of trapped right here. Okay, yeah. I don't. Okay, so I'm with Sean PD. I gotta try and get out of here and do what I can to help you guys. I'm sorry, man. I'm trapped right now. That's okay. That's okay. Hold on. Let me try and get out of my driver's door first. Can you? Can you? Nope. Nope. We got it open. You got it open?
He was all right, but it took him a while to get out of his car because he was trapped inside. As a result of this pileup, more than 10 people were injured and several cars were damaged. Luckily, the officer was all right. This video shows a devastating scene shot by a police dashcam. A police car is parked in front of a house, and moments later, we see a massive blast at the corner. The blast caused the entire house to blow up into pieces from the deck. The debris and parts of the house were thrown in all directions, and it looked terrifying. Luckily, the police and firefighters had taken care of the residents nearby as they got a call for the gas smell. Still, more than 15 people were injured, and that includes the firefighters and other workers. The explosion came from a gas leak, but what caused the leak we'll never know. Kudos to the neighbors, though, for getting in touch with the authorities in time. This dashcam footage shows a failed robbery thanks to these officers. a police car pulls someone over an expired plate. As the officer goes over to question them, he notices odd behavior and instantly calls for backup. They take all 3 people inside under custody. After opening the trunk of the car, they find a middle-aged man with his hands tied and his mouth taped. The police freed the man, and it was only found out later that he was the actual owner of the car and that these guys had stolen it from him. Thankfully, the cops saved this guy. Otherwise, who knows what those kidnappers would have done to him. This video shows a bizarre incident of a guy pretending to be an undercover cop. This guy drives up to a car parked on the side and confronts 3 people sitting inside. He starts searching them and even puts handcuffs on them. These people, however, call the real police, who tell them he's not an undercover cop. The guy flees before the police arrive. However, the police catch him a week later, only to find a dash cam in his car recording everything. The video shows how he had been harassing various people by confronting them and even putting handcuffs on them. He was imprisoned under kidnapping, but what were his true intentions? We'll never know. This video shows how a cop stops a huge fire from occurring. A cop is on duty when he sees a truck on fire standing very near to a restaurant. At this point, the truck can blow up at any time, so the officer starts to move the truck away to a safe place by pushing it from the back. He successfully pushes the truck away from the restaurant, thus saving many people in the process. The video ends here, and we hope the firefighters came and put out the fire. This video shows a scary incident on a road that even worried the cops. 2 cops are driving on the road when they suddenly enter a very thick mudslide. They just get in and can't find their way out. The mudslide takes control of their car, which causes them to slide and rotate.
Get out of here! Get out of here! Get out of here! Go! Go! It's gonna come right through us. What are we supposed to do? I have no idea. Ventura 29201, there is a very active mudslide coming down Olive Mill towards the 101 right now. It overtook our vehicle as we were heading north on Olive Mill. We were able to barely escape, and we're down by the freeway now. But it's there's a lot of debris and a lot of flow coming down. It should be on the near the freeway very shortly. Mike, get in the car! Mike, get in the car! Get in the car, Mike! Get in the car! Get in the f***ing car! Back up. Get the PA on.
They eventually find some momentum and race away onto the road ahead of them, getting out of what could have been an extremely dangerous condition. They later contacted the control room for further assistance to stop it from destroying the city. We hope no one was hurt in that dangerous slide. This video shows a horrifying shot from a police dash cam. 2 cops are on duty when they notice a reckless driver going too fast in the wrong lane. As a matter of emergency, the cops have to use their own car as a barricade to stop the oncoming car. As they park their car in the lane, they can see car lights coming towards them. The car is not slowing down, and as it's about to make contact, the driver swerves to avoid a head-on collision. The cars collide, and luckily the police only sustained minor injuries. However, the other driver and the culprit got seriously injured and were soon taken to the hospital. The driver was found to be under the influence of drugs. So much could have gone wrong there. Stay tuned for our #1 pick that will shock you. This video shows a crazy encounter between a police officer and a fugitive from prison. An officer stops a guy who's jogging and starts questioning him about a guy who has run away from prison. He questions the guy hard, but the quick and confident answers from the fugitive convince the cop that he's just some guy on a jog.
You live around here, buddy?
No,
Where you live at?
down the road by Pineville.
Pineville?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Do you have any form of identification on you?
No, man.
All right. What it is, we got an escapee.
Oh. Where from?
Prison.
There's a prison here?
Yeah. What's your address?
I don't have an address. I'm at the hotel. We're working on houses and stuff like that, roofing.
Roofing?
Yep.
Okay.
For my brother.
All right. Where are you staying at?
That Titusville or Titus Inn? Titus Inn? Little over.
Where's that at?
I don't even know the address. We just got into town about a week ago, and he dropped me off to jog. I always jog about 12 miles a day.
Where'd he drop you off at?
Up there on that road by, there's some construction going on up there, some houses, and he dropped me off.
Who y'all work for?
It's his,
I know. What's the name of the company?
Phil's Roofing.
Okay.
Phil's Roofing.
Did you go through a briar patch or something?
Well, yeah, roofing. I always roof in shorts and cut my, scratching up on, you know, the roofing.
That's why your knees are all cut up?
Police officer leaves, only to later learn that he was the guy on death sentence and had escaped from prison twice already. The criminal even gave 2 different names under questioning, but the officer just didn't notice. Due to this mistake, he was not caught for a full year. Officers need to pay more attention to those subtle clues. Thanks for watching. Stay vigilant, friends.